Today we're gonna make a bunch of cowboy candy. Get your peppers. Cut the tops off. Slice them up. So after you get all your jalapenos and peppers cut up, so for this recipe, which you could cut it in half, I actually doubled the recipe that I'm using today, so I'm using 6 pounds of jalapenos. We're using 4 cups of apple cider vinegar, 6 cups, well actually sorry, 12 cups of sugar. And we use turmeric. You're gonna need a full teaspoon. And the celery seed, we use a full teaspoon. And the garlic, we used 6 teaspoons. And the cayenne pepper, we used 2 teaspoons. So we're gonna get all of that in a pot. We're gonna bring it to a boil. Get it all mixed up. We're gonna bring it to a boil. Then we're gonna turn it back down and just let it simmer for 5 minutes. Make sure you're paying attention or it'll boil over when you bring it to a boil. So after it's been simmering for 5 minutes, turn the heat back up, bring it back up to a boil. Once it comes back up to a boil, you're gonna add all your peppers in the pot. So you're gonna get your peppers in, we'll wait, and we'll bring it back up to a boil. Get it boiling again. We're gonna reduce it back down to a simmer. Let it simmer for another 4 minutes. I prefer to always hot pack my jars. So while your peppers are going, you should be heating up your water in your jars, getting ready to pack. Once you got a good boil going, reduce it to simmer for another 4 minutes. So at this point, go ahead and pull your jars out. And get them ready to pack with the peppers. Now it's just a matter of taking these delicious peppers. We're going to start filling the jars. So I only ended up with about 6.5 jars of peppers. Kind of crazy after a little over 6 pounds of homegrown peppers out of the garden. So we're going to bring this up to a good boil, reduce it a little bit. Get the liquid filled in there, get them canned. And I think we'll even can some of this liquid to keep it for a good marinade or rub over some good meat. So as always, before you put the lid on, get a little vinegar, put it on a paper towel. You're gonna wipe off each lid, or each jar, I mean. Make sure you don't feel any chips or anything. That way they're nice and clean. You can get a good seal. And take them, just throw them on finger tight. Throw them back in the canner. So we're gonna wait for this to come to a boil again. I'm gonna go ahead and process them for a half an hour, which is over the time that they say they need to be processed. But I can't stand when I don't have one seal. So I always go over. And I'm gonna continue to reduce this a little more to make a good marinade or rub. And then we'll get that canned up as well. So when your processing time's up, just turn off the heat. I like to leave them in for a little bit and let them cool down before I pull them out. That's it. All we do, wait for them to cool down, pull them out, And your cowboy candy is done. Let them sit here overnight. Double check the top is actually sealed. That's it. So like I said, we're gonna turn the rest into some marinade. I didn't have room. Only had one in there. So the rest that we got in here is just the marinade that we're gonna can.